Hey everybody, let me start with a small joke. See, life should be fun and not serious. If you're very serious and if you reach your goal, you will not rejoice that goal. You have to be sincere to reach your goal and also have fun in reaching the goal. Reflect on this beautiful joke. A kind of customer, Sita ji, gives a call to the Lufthansa airline, ask, right, how long will it take for me for a ticket from Bangalore to San Francisco? And the kind of reception is there, right? She said 1 minute please. To check, she said 1 minute please. And then Sita ji says thank you very much and keeps the phone down. You see, she was so restless, right? And therefore restlessness will kill people. You have to be restfully go towards your goal. Now quick summary please. Right, restfully go to the quick summary. Right, just see the summary in the keynote. Right, we did SIP Cafe, all right, using an accessory to psycho-cybernetics, and for your visualizing you have to use this. Right, then also please see SIP Cafe for affirmation and visualization. Now Wim Hof I've told you, and the whole essence of Wim Hof is activation, which your mindset is the most important, breathing is very important, and it takes cold bath. That's an option which you have to experiment according to your body, please see. Then fourth we saw secret of happiness is creative happiness, right? Then the eternal cycle of life is learn, do and teach. Alright, we saw also on speed reading, you should have a goal. One book at least you should read in a month. We covered this. Now today's overview, please see, today's overview is I'll teach you how to living a life as a legacy. Your life should not be a drift. Life should be a roar. You should how to live a life legacy. Second, transforming your personal story into a masterpiece. Right? Third, we are so personalized consciousness is narrowing us down, and how you have to make a personal consciousness into an impersonal consciousness, which is highly liberating. We'll look into that. Next we'll talk about the hero principle. Next is another tool. I'm going to give another ritual called a Panchabhuta ritual. Right, then Sukhoham tool, if time permits we'll take Sukhoham tool. And 7 is all this should lead to your dream goal. Please understand, everything I'm saying, it is a boot camp. It should go towards your goal. It is just not concepts. You have to concept, you have to implement and accelerate to the goal. Every tool, even a sleeping ritual also will reach to the goal. Keep this into perspective. Okay, now on your marks, get set and go should be the very platform in which you live your life. Here I'm going to tell you a blueprint for creating a life story into a legacy. Now I want you to see this. See, our life, all of you understand, our life has become a personalized consciousness. Personalized, me, I, what I want, my opinion. It is a personalized consciousness. When personalized consciousness, what do? We want others to fulfill to what I want. We want others to fulfill what I want. And therefore I'm trying to use the other to fulfill to my personalized egoistic consciousness. So even your wife becomes a tool for you to fulfill yourself, like using a toothbrush. And if this personalized consciousness, egoistic demand, you will try to use others, not contribute. Alright, the others also, what do? Others also come from personalized consciousness. They also trying to use you. You try to use them, they try to use you, in which there is going to be conflict, which will give you chaos and pathos. Right? Now, please understand, I'm telling you now, can you come from an impersonal consciousness? Now, what do you mean by impersonal consciousness? Please understand, impersonal consciousness is you respect the macro and from the macro cater to the micro. In personalized consciousness, I'm in the micro and I want to squeeze from the other, be it husband, wife, mother, children. When you come from an impersonal consciousness, you allow the macro. So what is the, now this looks philosophical, but I'm going to make it simple, applicable for you. Please listen very attentively. Impersonal consciousness is, I'll give you a tip now. You go and work in your respective field. Who is a great soul? You work for a great soul. See, when a young age of 20, all right, I went and served my master. I left my youth, etc., to serve my master. By serving the master, I have seen his winning formulas, how he is contributing to people's life. Free, I went there to serve my master. In the process, even though my youth and everything, service I gave, but I was more benefited. Why? I could be with my role model, my guru, how he is contributing to people's life, how he is adding value, not sucking value from people, adding value. That formula I learned. And when I become independent, I go on adding value to people. When I add value to people's life, it's a macro. So what you should do is, in your respective field, wherever your field are, whoever is the best person in your field, all right, in the best personal field, don't be commercial. Give free service. Free service to wherever I want and to serve you. All right, by serving him and giving free service, you will see his formula, and the formula your kidney, liver and intestine has to understand. He is adding value to people's life as he is earning money. When he is adding to people's life, right, it is macro is important, money is secondary. Macro is important. So therefore, personalized consciousness, no, it is impersonal consciousness. I am not important. I want to see how he is serving the totality. Then I become impersonal. I don't get sucked to my demands. I need to study him, and therefore in your respective fields, give free service. Now take it as a project, psycho-cybernetics. You look a method, sir. Have that vision. I want to serve big people. In your computer field, big guy. In your respective field, big, free you do. Log on to him, then you will see how he's adding to values people's life. And when you do that, then macro is more important than micro, and therefore from personalized consciousness to impersonal consciousness you go. And when totality becomes your friend, you are not in conflict, because you want to give, and he gives not the best who gives the most, but he gives the most who gives the best. If I cannot give bountiful, yet I will give freely. And what I lack in my hand, I'll supply it with my heart, for the heart of education is the education of the heart. Now take this as a project, sir. In your respective field, go and serve a person. Oh, don't say, what will I get? Serve a person. And then you will see how your role model is contributing. Secondary will get money, and that becomes impersonal way. Support the universe will support you. As I said, please don't forget, this is a boot camp. Alright, so therefore it's a rigorous training. Don't listen like a philosophy. All this will help you to reach your dream destination. It will reach you to reach your goal. Everything I have said will reach your goal. Alright, now I'm going to give you another wonderful concept from the Indian culture. And if you see the works of Kalidasa, works of Ramayana, the works of Mahabharata, they are nothing but simple story. Please look at the keynote. Look at the keynote. They are nothing but story. Abhijnana Shakuntalam is the keynote you are seeing right now. There is nothing but a story. Alright? Ramayana also is a story. Kalidasa's Raghuvamsha is a story. Kumara Sambhava is a story. But the story Kalidasa has made into a kavya. Valmiki has made a story into a kavya, into a great poem. Rabindranath Tagore also uses words. You and I have used words. When we use words, it becomes prose. But Rabindranath Tagore uses words, it becomes a poetry. So therefore, our life should not be a prose. Life should be a poetry. In other words, your story should give a legacy. Right? So therefore, all works of Kalidasa are great legacies, a Mahakavya it is called. Now, what is that? Every person, look at the keynote, every person has an incident. In Abhijnana Shakuntalam, don't forget what the story is. In that story, it is just an incident. of Shakuntala, what happened? It's a story. Story is nothing but an incident. What Kalidasa and all great poets do, that incident called Ghatana, right, they give a right word and it is called Shabda Alankaram. Right word it gives. Right word for a person goes through a divorce. When you go to a divorce, what is the wording you are giving to a divorce? You went through a divorce is a story. What is the words they are using? Life sucks, life is miserable, never trust people. If these words are negative, it is not an alankara, it is not a bhushana, it is a dushana. So what does Kalidasa do? Whatever incident which has happened, he uses such good words, it is called Shabdalankaram. So in the story of your life, be aware of your soliloquy and give good words. Good words. And if you give, you find that becomes a poetry. In Urdu, is a beautiful shairi says, right? Sher mein bandisho alfaz kafi nahi hai. Sher mein means poetry. Bandisho alfaz kafi nahi hai. It is not words and composition. शेर में बंदिशो अल्फाज काफी नहीं है, जिक्र का खून चाहिए असर के लिए. Put a little blood in your heart, he says, then only a poem is created. And look at Kalidasa's work, Raghuvamsha. वाकर्ता इव संपृक्तौ वाकर्त प्रतिपत्तये जगतः पितरो वंदे पार्वती परमेश्वरौ. You don't have to understand this. Raghuvamsha first sloka, if you see, there is so much of philosophy, there is so much of poetry in it, right? So therefore that is called Shabda Alankara. So in your life, right, COVID-19 as a ghatana, is an incident. What type of alankar, what type of wording you are giving? Oh, God is cruel to you, but I am giving and my team is giving. Is a great opportunity to update ourselves technologically, etc. That Shabda Alankar, if you do, you find another legacy you will become. Second, Artha Alankara. Second is, what meaning are you giving? When a divorce happens, alright, if you give the meaning, never trust people, never trust men or never trust women. If you give that artha, you are crushed by it. Give that meaning. But if you give the meaning, artha, my marriage has broken because there's some message. Maybe I took my wife for granted. Maybe I took my husband for granted. Maybe I took my boss for granted. And if you give a right meaning, you will find that same incident become an alankara, means becomes an ornamentation. That's how the katha becomes a kavya, poetry. Second, bhavalankara. What type of feelings you are giving to it, sir? An incident, divorce has happened. What type of feeling you are giving? Oh, miserable, he cheated me. One person told me, after 3 years of courtship, my girlfriend left me. I want to put acid on her face. Hey, I told her, 3 years, did you enjoy your relationship? Oh, tremendously enjoyed my relationship, sir. Why can't you rejoice that? So therefore, put bhav. Even a divorce, even COVID-19, put feeling. And the power to put feeling, like a musician when he sings, he puts feeling. That is called bhavalankaraha. So in an incident in your life, be alert what words you are doing, psychological words, what type of meaning you are giving, what type of feeling you are giving, right? What type of goal you want to go. Lakshya Alankara means, what is the goal you want to go? Keep that goal in mind. As this beautiful shairi, it says, ख्वाहिश ऐसी करो कि आसमान तक जा सको. Have desire to reach a high goal, but दुआ ऐसी करो को खुदा को पा सको. But don't forget, experience God. यूं तो जीने के लिए फल बहुत कम है. Means life is very short. Live life in such a way, right, the best out of life comes. Now you see that feelings? You see the feelings? So in your incidents, right, whatever ghatana incidents, bring that bhavalankara. You're listening to me, bring a feeling. Oh, don't say Swamiji said in that talk. Bring a feeling. When you're listening, I am talking, I'm bringing a feeling. प्यार का जज्बा नया रंग दिखा देता है, अजनबी चेहरे को महबूब बना देता है. Look at that words. These are Urdu shairis. प्यार का जज्बा, the power of love, नया रंग दिखा देता है, it gives a new color. अजनबी चेहरे को महबूब बना देता है. A stranger's face becomes your beloved. Alright, so therefore this right bring feeling, and lakshya is what? What is your goal? Don't forget your goal. Your goal should be leaving a legacy. Your goal should be freedom, be it financial freedom, be it psychological freedom, or financial freedom is being rich, psychological freedom, or from the aspect there must freedom, moksha I want. It is called lakshya alankara, sir. Then please see moksha alankara. I will not touch on this very much. I will doing this in my advanced program. Alright, I'll be doing this. I'm doing a 15 days boot camp or 15 days boot camp I'm doing, or total spiritual what I'll talk. Now, if you take this, ordinary prose becomes a poetry. And any prose, any great literature is just a story and becomes a poetry. Our life is also incidents. A story which is impersonal, make it impersonal. A story which is only for yourself, right, and you suffer, change all these in your internal wordings, right. Your words is mentally, your soliloquy, and if you can change, sir, you will leave a legacy of good energy. You will give a legacy of a happy energy. Even difficulty comes, one door closes, another door will open. And in every difficulty you will see an opportunity, and not an opportunity you will see a difficulty. COVID-19 is an opportunity. It's a difficulty, but we have to see an opportunity. See, now I have told you, I have given you a concept. You have to apply it and you have to accelerate it. And don't forget the psycho-cybernetic principle. Alright, apply all that. Now I have given you two examples. You go through a diverse, how to apply it. Alright, COVID-19 I have told you how to apply it. Alright, so I have told you there. I'll give you one more example. Let us say you're fired from the job. That is an incident. And it is a kind of story. You're fired from the job. It's a story. Right? Now, it's an incident. Ghatana. Now, what is the story now, Katha? Your mind is now spinning a story. Oh, you can never, life is unpredictable, life is dangerous, it is not right, we have to be with, all these bosses are using us, they are only thinking of their need. Now this is a story. You are fired from the job. And if this is a story, this story has not got, this story means mental story. You are already like a psychological writer, you are writing, spinning a story. Katha it is called. Then please see, now there is no Shabda Alankara, there is no words which is beautiful. Like I said, no words, Pyar ka jazba naya rang dikha deta hai. Is no poetry in that. It is very dry words. Oh, life sucks, life is miserable. Alright? Then what type of artha you are giving? You can't trust people. What type of bhava, very low feelings you are putting? What type of lakshya? You are only interested in your end. And there's no freedom at all. Now please see this. Right? Now you all like Kalidasa want to become a poet. How to meet Katha to Kavya. Now I'm giving you an example. Listen carefully. Now I'll say, you are fired from a job. Now the story you have to spin is, the story you have to do is, what is the wordings of your psychological word? What is the wordings you're giving? Alright? If you say, hey, one door closes, another door will open. When you give that psychological wording, you are giving Shabda Alankara. Now, Artha Alankara, what type of meaning are you giving? Hey, I was fired from the job. Maybe I did not do the best. Maybe my boss did not see I am doing the best. So in management, there is perception and performance. I may perform, but I should also make my boss to perceive I am performing. Or I am performing, my perception of my performance may be poor. So you see, I am inquiring this, so Artha Alankara. Then Bhava Alankara, instead of feeling depressed, alright, another opening has come for me to learn. So therefore you put that Bhava. And your Laksha is what? You should go towards your goal. And my goal is what? My dream is the destination. And moksha alankara is what? What is moksha alankara? I have to be free. I'm free when I'm fired. I'm free when I've got a job. Now you have to set that context, sir. Then you will convert your life story, katha, into a beautiful kavya. I hope this is clear. I've given 3 examples, apply it. Welcome back now. Welcome back when I say is another beautiful ritual I'm going to tell you. All ritual, bath ritual, eating food ritual, waking up ritual, all this are ritual. You are doing it mechanically, but you have to do it magnetically, because it should become an habit, and the habit should lead you to the goal. Waking up at 5 o'clock Brahma Muhurta should become a habit. Initially it is mechanical, then you have to make it magnetic, and that should be a lifestyle, and that should be a winner's habit to reach your goal. Right now I am teaching you, going to tell you what is called Panchabhuta tool ritual. Panchabhuta ritual. Most of you know what Panchabhuta is, but you may not know. I'll tell you. And all this is not philosophy, it will apply you to reach your goal. Panchabhutas are 5 elements. Akasha means space, Vayu means air, Agni means fire, Apaha means water, and Prithvi means earth. These are the 5 elements. When you say house should have a Vastu, right Vastu, all these 5 elements should be in harmony. Then there's a very positive Vastu in your house. Right? We will not get into Vastu. Now please see, now you have to practice, I say, Panchabhuta ritual. What is that you do? I practice in 2 areas. When I'm taking a bath, I do the Panchabhuta ritual, or when I'm lying down on the bed. I'll tell you. First let me explain to you the concept. First is Akasha. Akasha means space. So what do I do when I'm taking a bath, when I'm taking a shower? Alright, I chant a mantra. You don't have to do it, but I'll tell you what the mantra I chant. Mangalam dishatu me akashaha. Let the space akashaha give me blessings. Mangalam. You talk in your vernacular, you don't have to say in Sanskrit, but Sanskrit is Mangalam dishatu me akashaha. Pray to space, give me a physical space also. See, right now I'm talking the mandir. Such a huge physical face I've got in COVID-19. I myself have not optimized this hall. When I do my yoga, I do this in the hall because I stay here itself. In world, in life also, you need a physical space. You see, that's why a lot of people living small places, they feel suffocated. When the moment you go to a forest, go to a garden, a big space is such a big blessing. That's why you like to go for a picnic, like to go out this space. So in your prayer, if you say, oh God, like give me physical space, pray. I have prayed. Panchabhutas, I have chanted this mantra, and I have got such a beautiful physical place in my ashram. My place where I am staying also, nothing posh, but physical space. So pray for that. Mangalam dishatu me akashaha. Oh God, give me physical space as I am taking my bath. And also space has a spiritual meaning. Alright, give me space to my own understanding. Give space in my relationship to others. I may be upset with somebody. Give space. If you don't understand what I am saying, don't get tense, don't get worked up. Give space. When you give space, slowly you will understand what I am saying. When we want something and something is not fulfilled, we get so frustrated, restless. The example, 1 minute please, he puts the food down. Like this, if you don't, you think, give space to yourself. When you give space, it's very liberating. So 2, you pray, give me physical space, O Lord. Let the psycho-cybernetics work. And also give space to oneself. You have to reach your goal. It is not happening. Give space. Relationship is not working. Give space. When you give space, you see the other person will respect you very much. When you give freedom, space, because space is like freedom. So, Mangalam dishatu me akasha. Next bucket I put of water, mug, I say Mangalam dishatu me vayuhu. I'm saying in Sanskrit, you can say in whatever way, vayuhu is air. Ask for physical air. See, you should keep a good airy space you should have, because air is oxygen. So pray for the Lord, right? Give me Vayu. Also, spiritually, Vayu, air is what? Air touches you and goes. It touches you and goes. If you have a Vayu Devata blessing you, touch an experience and let it go. In Shakuni in Mahabharata could not let go that his sister got married to Gandhari. Karna could not let go. Injustice was done. All those people who don't let go, they get stuck and they get imprisoned. Air, look, it touches a beautiful person, goes. Touches an ugly person, goes. You should touch an experience and let go. So it's a great siddhi, great power. So two, pray. One for physical air cleanliness, which is very good, and also the quality of air is touches and go. Mangalam dishatu me vayu. Mangalam dishatu me agnihi. I take another mug and I put, or you take a shower and says, oh God, give me agnihi. Agni means fire. It gives warmth, and fire can also burn a person. It can give warmth and fire can burn. Right? Now, spiritual meaning, right? You give, let there be warmth in your physical space. Your house should have the warmth of love, the warmth of joy, the warmth of a good culture. That's a physical warmth. And also fire can destroy. It should destroy ignorance. Alright, can you give me the fire of understanding? Therefore Hindu monks wear fire colored dress, meaning you have to destroy your ignorance, destroy your negative mindsets, destroy a thing. So fire too, sir. Warmth is one fire and the other fire is destroying. Mangalam dishatu me agnihi. Take another one, right? Mug of water, pour on yourself. Mangalam dishatu me vayu apaha. Apaha in Sanskrit means water. You say in your vernacular language, oh, water, bless me. Physically, you need water also. There's a Tamil movie I saw, Thanni Thanni movie. To get one bucket of water, so many hours they walk. So water is God. Water is blessing. So, oh Lord, give me water. Let there be water there. Alright. So therefore, you go to Africa and see the difficulty of water. Animals also hunt for water. Right, that is one. And second spiritual meaning of the water is very flexible. You see, a water is very flexible. Or give me the quality of flexibility. Alright. Apaha mangalam dishatu me prithvi means the earth, please bless me. Bless me with the physical earth. Right, a physical earth means, alright, and also bless me with earth is what? Which is a ground of being for oneself, ground of being to others. So you should be like an earth, giving ground of being to people, alright, and ground of being to yourself. Earth. And earth is no, whether you say thank you or not, it still gives you a ground of being. Whether people say, so you should be like an earth, giving ground of being to people, alright, and ground of being to yourself. Earth. And earth is no, whether you say thank you or not, it still gives you a ground of being. Whether people say thank you or not, give ground of being. 5. This Pancha Bhuta ritual. Air, space, Akashaha, Vayuhu, air, Apaha, please see water, Agnihi, fire, and earth is there 5 elements, sir. So I want this to be a ritual. Now, while you are taking bath, you can either do it if you have time that day, or when you are lying down on the bed. I told you Prasanna Prana. When you are lying down on the bed, take a deep breath. I am going to peak experience, and when you exhale, feel Akasha Devata. Alright, space is blessing you with physical and spiritual space. Again, take a deep breath and say Mangalam Dishatu me Akasha Vayuhu. Air is blessing you. Alright, air is what? Touch and go. Take a deep breath and exhale. Apaha, flexibility is touching you. Inner and this one. And all the 5 elements you do. Now, how is this relevant in your life? Sir, when you are doing this and if you have a physical space, Akasha, don't you feel happy? When there is air, don't you feel happy? Right? When there is warmth, fire, don't you feel happy? Yes, no? Right? When there is earth, don't you feel happy? So it is making you happy, therefore cheer, happy leader that you are. And this is holistic health. Please see, this is a holistic health. All the 5 elements. Now, how will it achieve your dream goals? Now tell me, you have a dream, $3 million in 3 years. Right? Now, how will this 5 tool help you reach that? See, I have $3 million and you become restless. No, give Akasha, give space. If 3 years you have got, if 3 years, $3 million, break it down to 1 month, how much should I do? Give space. Akasha, Vayuhu means air. Now please understand, if you can touch an experience and let it go, if some project has failed and if your mind ruminates on that, your project fail, you don't have Vayu blessing, touching and going. Colonel Sanders, who created the Kentucky Fried Chickens, so many 1,006 times he failed. But he didn't allow failure to catch him. Right? So when you have touch and go, it will go to your goal. Agnihi, there must be a fire, there should warmth. And you should give warmth to your team, warmth to yourself. Apaha is water, you should be flexible. This track doesn't work, be flexible to change. Prithvi, be a ground of being to people, sir. All these 5 elements, please see, will help you to go towards your goal. Physically you pray and also spiritually it will help. And it will help you to be a happy or a leader, sir. And all this, so this is a tool to fulfill your dream. Please do the homework. And in again my advanced program, I'm going to make you work on each as a project. I have given you right now, it is a seed. There I'll go on each as a project. How can you give space? What are the tools to give space? Right now, reflect very deeply on this. Now the task you have to do right now. I told you it's a boot camp, the task. Right? Tomorrow when you are taking bath, all the 5 elements, Akasha, Vayu, Agni, Apa, Prithvi, each time one bucket or one mug you pour and create that. Alright, and therefore don't forget also, alright, which I have told you, sip cafe also, you can activate that. Or while you are lying down, you do this. And then you message me in WhatsApp, right, I have done now the kind of this Panchabhuta tool. Please write down that. Alright, so keep that into observation. Secondly, how are you, after observing the whole day, convert your reaction into a response. I call this, I'm adding something new, it's called HERO principle. H-E-R-O. H is an happening. E is the evaluation of the happening. R, if you react, the outcome is pain. And R, if you respond, the outcome is power. So HERO, what is important is the evaluation. So be alert of the evaluation that you are doing each moment. Be alert of the evaluation doing. Observe that evaluation carefully in you and then observe and then say, I've observed the evaluation. That's all I want you to do. Alright? Be alert over the concept of what? Katha to make into a kavya. Be alert of the concept, that's all. And you write an SMS words, I'm alert of the concept. I have applied the HERO principle. H is happening, E is evaluation, R is don't react, your outcome will pain, but respond, the outcome is power. So Katha and Kavya and this becomes there. Then be aware of the concept, right, of personalized consciousness, right. You are going to free service to a great person. Right, make a declaration you are doing free service and connect to a great person. Alright, now make a declaration and let the brain search for that. So now my final words, please see, I'll show a demonstration. Right, a martial art people after black belt they learn stick or sword or a spear. Alright, I am learning martial art as an art. And it makes me understand Bhagavad Gita better because it's taught in the context of war. Alright, they do a stick. I'll show you. Stick is like a character. Alright, The character should protect you. Character should protect you. Stick should protect you. Stick is not to attack somebody. Somebody attacks to protect you. So stick is like a character. It should protect you. Alright, and you have to use the stick softly. There is softness in strength and strength in softness. So too in life, your character is like a stick you hold. You should not hold it tight, you should hold it light, and in as light you do, there is softness in strength and strength in softness. This is the meaning, and for that to happen you have to be centered, alright, and in centering there is strength and softness. As I said, the stick is like a character. Character is not to attack somebody, character is to defend. And there is a way how to use the stick, there is an art. Alright, so to character also has to be used. Bhishma in the Mahabharata used it very tightly. But therefore stick, if you use it tightly, you will not be able to use it. You have to use lightly. Softness in strength, strength in softness. Right? Just for example, somebody is attacking my characters like this, I should know how to protect. Then I should know how to attack. Come back. He attacks somewhere. I should know how to protect. And I should know how to attack. Character should do both. Now, in this also you see how a stick has to be used. You tight it, it will not work. Character held tight, no. It should be light. As you are doing, it is lightly I do. But in that lightness, my position should be, leg position be right. And in softness there is strength. In the turning there is strength. So your character has to know how to use it, sir. Right? Now, this is one form. The same stick can be used in multiple forms. Your character also should be flexible using multiple forms. See, this is more to protect. Character should protect. I am protecting myself, see, from others people attack. And if I want to do this, just see this, there must be an alignment when I do this. I am using light. Now when I am doing, there must be a flow. My character like a stick should be a flow. I am doing is a flow. And the flow, see, I turn, I protect here all direction. My leg position should be in centered position, sir. So when I am turning also it should be flexible. And as I am flexible, very centered. So when you are centered and you do, the game becomes different. And therefore I will show you, there is a way, it takes years to learn this art. It appears simple, it takes years to use. My leg position should be a flow, hand should be a flow, my breathing should be a flow. The way I hold the stick should not be tight, very light. There is softness in strength, strength in softness. Very soft, firm. Very firm, soft, firm. So your character is like a stick or a sword. It should protect you. Don't hold it too tight like Bhishma. Don't hold it too loose, it will drop away. Be flexible. Know how to have a position. When I am defending, this position is very important. My leg position, my breathing is position. If you have to attack, I have to use character to attack, because somebody is attacking. It should go here. And in the twisting is there. I am saying in martial art, a sword, they worship. Bow and arrow, they worship. A stick, they worship. I am giving you a philosophical meaning. Hold your character. Respect the character, sir. Be softness in strength, strength in softness. It's a spiritual warrior's approach. And now this stick is used, character, to defend myself. Stick also is used to even attack. I even attack a person. I can attack a person. Because somebody is invading, I should know how to attack. But the character attack is to defend. So in every defense, there should be an attack. In every attack, there's a defense. Defense has an attack. Now, there is an attack, and the attack has a defense. Right? Please get this. This is my final words. Thank you very much. And now apply it in your life. Are you using a character like Bhishma tight? Are you using a character loose? Are you using a character to hit somebody? Are you using a character to defend? You should know the art of defending. You should know the art of attack also. So in an organization, you should know, by using this dexterously with acumen, with sagacity, you will go towards your goal. In my advanced program, I will dwell on it as a complete spiritual warrior. I'll give you these tips. These are very, very meaningful. Years of practice it takes. It appears simple, but years it takes. So to use your character takes years, very dexterously, with sagacity and acumen. God bless you all.